fuck Pokemon. I'm sorry. I consider myself to be like fairly close-ish to her, maybe. Like I know like before she wrote her big she said she was I'm trying to think of what's an appropriate amount. She says that she's respected some of the things I've done in the past, so she thought about doing like a big stream. I'm muting you guys for a second to talk about like, oh, like here's a bunch of the accusations that people made about me. I think they're bullshit, and I want to do a stream talking about it. It's like, yeah, and we talked for a little bit about that. It was a fun conversation, and every now and then we talk. Having her on a stream with Greek God X basically calling me a man whore, especially when she's complained so much about something that I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty shitty, man. Yeah, fuck that. That's pretty weird. I'm not a big fan of that one.
My name's Steven. I like chocolate in my mouth.
What? You know what the most interesting thing is being behind the scenes? How many girls have boyfriends and are very private about it. It's very interesting, the content that they post on Instagram. I know at least 2 different girls that have boyfriends but will post stuff like, oh, so lonely, blah, 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 blah. Do you think that's exploitative? It feels kind of dirty to me. Name them? Ah, you know I can't do that, my dude.
Yes, the Pichu Posse.
How about we vote? We all message Neil what we want.
You want to write some things down on a piece of paper and slide them in and read out the votes?
Or we can figure it out later too.
Figure it out on the way.
Yeah.
Dragon
Sure, it'll come to
Slayers.
us.
We can solve
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
Is
acting
Bill Gates...
upset at everything, Toby. We're gonna have to call ourselves the Pussy Pichus.
Why are you like this? You're so I'm gonna hit Nevis with my staff.
Nevis
How do you know?
dodges. Nevis
You need to
dodges.
roll. You need to roll for that.
Well, you have to roll to hit.
Yeah, roll
Right, I'll
the
roll to
hit.
hit. I'll roll to
Corbin.
hit.
Yeah, do
Drinks.
it. Nevis incredibly easily dodge it.
Oh!
Natural 20.
Boom.
Nevis takes a thump on the head.
Toki, careful with him. He's only small. You'll hurt him.
Alright, you're right. I should
Toki,
be
I've
more...
never seen you be so quick.
What can I say?
I hope you can remember this anger the next time we're on.
Who the fuck cares? Who cares? What Destiny thinks about my take, what his take is, what everyone's take is. It's so
I care about
goddamn
your
boring.
take.
Don't let
I
us
care.
stop doing it. You don't.
Remember when Pokey and the rest of the offline TV people capitalized on Lily's misery to get on Twitter and do a bunch of shit posting? When they were supposed to be, when Lily was crying in the other room and they were all on their couches, like trying to craft the perfect tweets to get the most amount of fucking engagement they could on social media. Remember when that happened? But okay, whatever. I don't care. Most of the people on this platform trigger the fuck out of me. Wait, was that a person? Oh, that was dead. Let's say we're in a post-apocalyptic world where the only thing we have left are portable USB batteries. The Manscaper, okay? This thing right here, the Manscaped 3, I think it's up to 3.0, charges via USB. Holy shit, how cool is that? You could plug this motherfucker into anything you want that charges via USB, and it'll charge. But Destiny, okay, sure, you can charge it, but I can't see. It's not like USB lights are a thing. True, however, it's got a fucking flashlight right on it, okay? What if you're hunting aliens? You can't see them? You hold your gun here. You've got your flashlight right here too. That's multi-purpose, okay? That's multi-purpose, all right? But enough about illuminating dark passages, okay? Because that's not what it's for. It's for illuminating your undercarriage. The area above you. As soon as you talk about like how much money you make as a streamer or some shit, people are like, oh, you're entitled, oh, blah. Like, I mean, just look at the title of the Twitch clip, right? Or look at people like Pokey who are so fucking thirsty to jump in and like give their dumb fuck 2 cents take on this topic. Like everybody just wants to like show like how ethical and moral and virtuous and like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have to sub to anybody. Nobody's fucking saying you should have to sub, you stupid fuck. Nobody's saying that you're entitled to a subscription, or nobody's saying that you have to fucking sub to some streamer. Just that like the argument that like if you're watching hours of Twitch stream a day and you're saying, oh, I can't afford it, it's probably bullshit. You probably can afford it. You just don't want to. That's it. That's all the argument is about. Like,
see how like him.
No, he's done pretty well. I mean, he's got a
similar-
bunch. He's raised a ton of money. I've seen it. I'm not kidding. I mean, he's
I'm
raised a
not
lot of
dogging
money.
on him. I'm not dogging on him. I don't think that he's doing bad. I just think he picked a really hard election, and a really hard election cycle to push this line that has polarized a lot of America. So instead of trying to connect with people through the Democratic Party, it just makes more sense to me, at least like logistically, to just run as a third party.
I was actually, one of the reasons I've been so down the past few days is because V told me, she was like, listen, I'm going to give an extra spicy take on stream. And I was like, okay, yeah. And she's like, well, do you ever want to see me again? And I'm like, well, yeah, of course, milady. I really want a crumb of your pussy, please. And she's like, well, you better come out extra hard. I know you can debate, and I'm going to need an expert debater on my queenly side to defend me from all the internet hate. Are you up for the task? Because if not, I don't ever want to see you again. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can bear it, milady. But I'll do my best. So that's why I'm out here in the trenches. Never mind the fact that I'm pretty sure I've given similar takes to this like all the time, but I'm not a girl, so I don't get clipped and people don't get mad at me. V is going to get shit on Scuffed for a whole hour while everyone's circle drinking each other. Train hasn't invited me to the last couple, but I wasn't able to make it on the ones he invited me to before that, so I don't know if he would invite me for that topic. That feels more like he'd probably find like 3 or 4 like of the token women on Twitch that'll shit on other women because they're the kind of women who the only friends they could make their entire lives were other nerdy guys, and they do it by walking up to them and being like, I'm not like other girls. Aren't those other girls bitches? So he'll probably find a few of those, drag them on, reinforce his opinion. Man,